Welcome! Earlier I bought 4 orchids at the same time. This is the 3rd video of my orchid haul. You can check the other 2 as well. There is one yellow orchid with an amazing root system and light purple orchid with dark edges. Now I will tell you that I filmed the reporting part on all my new orchids except for one. And that's because I simply forgot to do that. So I'm not going to do a separate video about that, but I will add it at the end of this video. Free from the package, and as you can see, she is light purple with hundreds of tiny small dots at the petals and also in the middle on her yellow lip. Such an interesting look to have in my collection. She desperately needs to have a drink. Flowers are soft and weak. Now here we are in my potting table, going to show you one more time those beautiful flowers, and let's take her out. If you have a problem pulling it out because you have a big root system or they are sticking on the edge of the pot, it is wise to rinse her a little in a warmer water. It will loosen the roots from the edge, and overall they become more flexible and it's easier to work with them. Also, I wanted to show you guys how dry she is and desperately needs some water. Next we put it in a warmer water and clean the roots as much as possible. You can also do this in a sink with running water, it's slightly better, but I wanted to show you guys what color are the roots when they are full of water. As you can see, roots look thick and healthy. I can see that in one point she had 2 flower spikes. Then I should have paid more money for her. It's not a major sale, but I have bought much more expensive phals, and I'm happy with that price. Let's talk a little about orchids who have 2 flower spikes. If you see them in the store and you think, why I have to buy an orchid with only 1 spike when I can buy a plant who is producing 2 spikes? Well, you absolutely can, and if you care more about the flowers than the orchid itself, it's a good decision for you. In fact, some people throw away their orchids when they stop blooming, because they think this is it for the plant, she's dying now, or they simply don't bother to take care of them. Or they think orchids are too complicated for them. And if you have bought a phaneolopsis who produces 2 flower spikes, it doesn't mean she is a magical orchid who always grows 2 spikes at the same time. No, when her blooming time is over, spikes dry out, and the next time, 98% she will grow just 1 flower spike like every other orchid. Nurseries where they grow orchids before they are delivered in stores have special lights, fertilizer, ventilation and temperature. Everything the orchid will need to be strong and grow 2 flower spikes. We just can't compete with that. We don't live in a greenhouse. Our home environment is different and suitable for us people, not the orchids. Of course, orchids can adjust in our home and bloom frequently and have a long happy life. Especially phaneolopsises, they are man-made hybrids designed to bloom in our environment. But it's not impossible to lure out 2 spikes at the same time. Once I had a mini phaneolopsis who developed 3 spikes at the same time. And if your orchid will produce only 1 flower spike, there is a chance it will branch out. So again, if you go in a store and see an orchid with 2 flower spikes, chances are that in the future it grows only 1 beautiful spike. How to make flower spikes? Maybe I will make a video about that in the future. Removing the dead roots and adding hydrogen peroxide to get it extra clean. And last step, maybe the most important one, is to dry out your leaves, especially base of the leaves, cause you can't let the water sit in there, it will cause ground rot. Okay, let's begin. I'm using clay pebbles, as you can see. They are different size and shape. This is what I can buy in my country, so that's what I'm using. Again, we have the pot tissue, like in the last video. You can check it out. We have 1 too small pot and 1 too big pot. And of course, I'm going to use this bigger pot. Small one is totally useless. This time it's a little bit better combination. It's not that bad, but I prefer slightly smaller pot. Maybe I will repot it again, but right now I'm using the same trick to pull her a little lower, where the pot is narrower. I'm trying to separate the roots as much as possible so they can find the edge. They like that. That's basically it. Just add the pebbles and try to separate them evenly without any gaps, because water must climb at the top through the pebbles. Oh, I almost forgot. I promised to show you my last phaneolopsis that I bought. Here she is. Pretty, pretty, pretty. As you can see, desperately wants to come out of this package. Look at this leaf. Ouch. Don't worry, I will cut you free from your prison. Here you go. Let's help you a little bit. Much better. leaves are okay. Oh, what's that? A damage? What happened to you? Did you get stuck somewhere? That's okay, I'm going to report you anyway. What a beauty you are. It's common looking pal, but I don't care, I love her. Nice, simple, pure purple petals, love them. Okay, that's it. That's all my 4 orchids. Now you have seen them all. I will be adding more videos how they are adjusting in my semi-hydro, and if there are some setbacks, I'll let you know. I will see you next time. Subscribe. Bye bye.